baby Eva. Look at the state of your mother. Oh, darling. Which room? Should we go and have a shower with your brother? Should we go and see your brother?
Oh, we're living in the present, but our mind is in the past. Not knowing what we'll lose. Don't know what will last.
Is that right?
Yeah, the things you always dare to dream are not always what they seem. Those two total peaks as the pain begins to ease. Not often we can see the beauty in the pain. Not often we can see the value that we gain. Now listen to what the words will heal in time. I know it wastes a time, but baby you'll be fine. You'll be fine, 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 fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine,
Where's your sticks? They're in your cupboard.
start living for the moment. Letting go of the past. Yeah. Start cherishing what you hold dear, and we will make it last. Not often we can see the beauty in the pain. Not often we can see the value that we gain. Now listen, little one, the words will heal in time. I know it wastes time, but baby you'll be fine. You'll be fine, 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 fine. You'll be fine.
Where are you going? Oh, you got your bag. You're a clever boy. Baby Eva and I are at Osteo. I did this with Noelle and Echo. I'm just going to get us both checked to make sure that everything is aligned and well after birth. But I am running late, so we have to go.
You'll be fine, 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 fine. You'll be fine, fine. Baby, you'll be fine.
Eva and I just finished at the Osteopath. I have taken all of my babies there just to make sure that everything is in line and working properly after birth, but also just to get myself checked out. This time my pelvic pain has been a concern because I still had that after birth. It has since gone away, like I can lift my leg up off the ground without causing any pain anymore, so that's really reassuring. But she did say that she found some tension in my hips, and so she wants to see me again just to make sure that we can work on that. And then I also just get them to check my neck and my shoulders and my head, mostly because I love that area being touched, but also because I'm breastfeeding and holding baby all the time, so I'm constantly hunched over. Eva seems to have signs of very mild reflux. I do have a lot of breast milk and really aggressive letdowns, so it is consistent with all three of my babies that in the beginning, when their tummies are so small and still adjusting to drinking breast milk, that my letdowns are aggressive on them and they find it difficult to manage that. But eventually, as their tummies get bigger, they're able to handle my milk a lot better, and they really love that my letdowns are really aggressive. We have just popped down to visit my oldest daughter's grave on the way home because Eva is currently asleep in the car seat. So I'm going to jump out and give Noah Lee a kiss, and then I'm going to take Eva home. My friend came over this morning for a catch up and she bought me coffee and some breakfast, so I'm going to very quickly have some of that. She's bought me a couple of these quiches and then also a couple of scones as well, so I'm going to have the quiche first and maybe the scone if I have time. I've got a midwife appointment today, so she's going to come over and check Eva, make sure everything's okay with her, and check in with me and my recovery as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. That is very soon, so I'm going to quickly eat some breakfast / lunch.
Super efficient.
Okay.
Might have to do that. Is it a 53? I don't think so.
This is my second meal of the day, and tell me it isn't mum life if you haven't reheated your food at least 2 to 3 times across a couple of hours period of time.
Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used to be. Oh, time, we got older, babe.
I can read it.
Good morning, it is the next day. Last night my camera battery ran out of juice and I thought to myself, you know what, my battery is exhausted also, so I'm just going to start again tomorrow. Our midwife appointment went really well. I had a few worries about my milk supply dropping just because they seem to have regulated a lot quicker than they did with my first 2 children. I have a lot of milk when I breastfeed, and I have experienced in the past a lot of engorgement for a long period of time before they start to regulate and soften but still be full enough for baby. But this time round I have noticed that within these first 2 weeks I had that engorgement for only like a day and a half, maybe 2 days, and then they have all of a sudden gone really soft. Baby's nappies are still regularly wet, so I don't need to worry about her being dehydrated, but it is just a little bit concerning to me because I have a lot of life stresses going on at the moment and I want to catch early signs of things before it becomes a major issue. So I have started taking a couple of supplements, and I do know that I just need to focus on drinking as much water as I possibly can, keeping myself hydrated, and also getting as much nutrients as I can from eating food. Those are things that I'm really struggling with at the moment, and sometimes it's just easier to take a supplement. So I'm taking the 2 Islands Milk Maker because everyone on Instagram recommended it. I put up a recommendations box and so many people recommended it, so I instantly went and got that from the chemist warehouse. And then I'm also taking a breastfeeding tea and trying to be better at drinking lots of water and making sure I'm eating meals. But I saw my midwife yesterday and she said that it's actually fairly normal for around that 2-week mark. Given that Eva's my 3rd baby, it could be just that my milk is regulating, but she also said it's a good idea if I just, be more mindful about keeping my supply up. So that was good. Everything else with Eva is really good as well, so no concerns there. She has well and truly passed her birth weight. Sleep wise, it's kind of up and down. She lets me put her down. She's currently asleep in her bassinet, whereas my first two children really wanted that contact, which is absolutely fine and totally normal, but I spent a lot of those newborn days just holding my baby, contact napping with them, and it makes it difficult to do anything else, but it also makes you feel really touched out and can be a little bit stressful. So it's been nice this time round that I have been able to put her down and to give time and focus to Echo. He is still treating his sister so well and adjusting to his new role as a big brother. There's no jealousy between them. He is gentle with her. He doesn't seem to mind when I am having to hold her and look after him, or when I'm breastfeeding her and having to give attention to him too. He doesn't seem to care about the split that way, which is really nice. I am trying to take as much time as I possibly can to give him affection and one-on-one focus. Like every moment I get without Eva, I am going and giving him lots of cuddles, lots of hugs, showing him that I'm really excited to see him and to be doing things with him, and even just sitting next to him while he's playing or playing with him, or getting him involved with the other things that I need to do. My health is a bit of a roller coaster. I had hoped that this postpartum experience was going to be different to my other two. With my first two, I pushed myself harder than I should have earlier on, and I ended up regressing in my recovery with those two, and I had hoped that this time round that I would do myself the service of not doing that, because I needed to heal as quickly as possible so I could tend to my son and his needs as well. But again, that didn't happen, and I have felt myself regressing a lot. My uterus is still really inflamed. It's probably the last thing really that I am noticing, just feeling a bit of tenderness in my uterus, and not related to the contractions during breastfeeding that help to reduce the size, but just it feels inflamed, it feels achy. But other than that, 2 weeks into postpartum, I actually am feeling good. My 2nd degree tear stitched itself back up together really quickly, and there was that difficulty in the first week and throughout the 2nd week of the things that I was pushing myself to do affecting how that felt, with tenderness and heaviness and pressure and more bleeding, more like pus, sorry TMI, but I do have a wound inside of me, and that healing process has been a slow one. But we are a couple of days into our 3rd week, and I'm feeling well enough to be able to get it back into the demands of motherhood, and I am wanting to start to vacate the house and go for walks and really get into a routine with Eva. So sleep-wise with her, she is good at sleeping in her bassinet, and occasionally she'll do some really long stretches, like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, even 4 hours a couple of times. But then she will also do some really short ones, like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Those are short naps for her, and so I'm trying to get her into more of a pattern of those full 3-hour stretches. That would be ideal, but I'm also, just grateful for what I can get at the moment while I'm figuring out how to focus on getting Eva into a routine while also having my toddler to worry about, and then myself as well. So I'm spending most of my time in my pajamas. I am spending most of my time at home. Little Miss has just woken up from her nap far too early. I'm actually just trying her with a pacifier. I usually call it a binky. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Oh. I'm trying to see if she is just wanting the suckling motion for comfort rather than actually feeding, because I've fed her so much already this morning, and she gets really fussy with my letdowns because they're aggressive, but she will suckle for a little while and then she will try to go to sleep. So I'm wondering if, given that she's already had a lot of milk, that she's not actually hungry and she just wants the comfort. So I'm just trying this pacifier on her now to see if that will calm her and put her back to sleep with the sucking motions, but otherwise I might need to feed her again. I feel like I have been on tap constantly recently. She is a calm-natured baby. I wouldn't say calm actually. My other two had a calm nature. She is my easy baby. She seems content, that's probably a better word, but she is very vocal. So if she's unhappy about something or she wants something, she will let me know. But she is so far my easiest baby, but things seem to be changing and I honestly feel like it's my fault. I have been really stressed, and because I can feel it in my body and I can feel it manifesting a lot physically lately in the last couple of weeks, I feel like the kids are really picking up on it. And after my daughter passed away and I had my son, I feel like I did a great job of managing my emotions, managing my grief, and not letting it overflow to my son. I did everything I could to take care of myself and my mental health and my physical health so that I could present calmly to him and I could present in a way that would help my baby to feel at ease. And I am just really struggling with that at the moment. I can feel it in myself and I'm wondering if the stress in baby Eva, just that she's waking up more frequently, just that she's having more of these kind of moments where she's a little bit grizzly and I'm not quite sure what the issue is. I know she's tired, she does need to sleep, but I'm just wondering if it's my fault that she's picking up on my energy. So like I said, I'm focusing on that slow, calm routine to get comfortable with the two children. And this is why, because I want to be able to present a calm energy for the children to pick up on through me. Eva is starting to look so much like her sister. When she was born, I initially thought she looks just like her brother, this squishy, chunky little baby. But over the days and now weeks that she has grown into her face a little bit, I'm seeing so much more of her sister. You okay? She doesn't look exactly like Noah Lee, but she does have some similarities to her sister, and I occasionally catch myself staring at her in those moments and remembering Noah Lee. It's not a triggering experience that she is a girl and that she does look like her sister sometimes, because I think they actually look so different. Like, there are so many things about Eva that are different to Noah Lee, but there are also things that are similar. It's their hair, but Noah Lee's was lighter, but it is the same shape and the same fluffiness, and there's lots of it. And it's this area here, especially when she is laying in my arms like this with her eyes closed, she looks just like her sister. They have the same eye color, but they have very different eye shapes. They have different noses. Noah Lee's lips are so different, and Noah Lee was much smaller as well. Eva is a decent sized baby. She was 3.765 kgs when she was born, and she's now over 4 kgs, so she's doing very well with her weight gain, and the weight that she has also makes her look different to Noah Lee. I think Eva at 2 weeks looks very similar to Noah Lee at 2 months, so similarities but not the same, and it's not triggering at all. There's just a heaviness in my heart that I don't get to know Noah Lee the way that I get to know Echo and now Eva. Just sad that I don't get to see Noah Lee grow, and I don't get to see her interacting with her siblings the way that I'm getting to see Echo become a big brother and step into that role. So yeah. Anyway, little Miss is clearly unsettled. She is enjoying this pacifier. I'm hoping that it was just a little bit of comfort that she needed, and I'm going to try and get her back to sleep. Anyway, that is my 2-week update. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you guys next time.